Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, December 21st, and it's time for this week's De-JOE-tional. First of all, have you noticed I start every video with, hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody? Maybe I should try something new. Greetings all. Hello everyone. No. Hey everybody, that works just for me. It is Tuesday, December 21st. Like I said, we are just a few days away from Christmas, and I know if you're all like me, we're all still hustling and bustling, trying to get all our last minute plans done. And we got shopping still to do, or we got food to prepare, plans to confirm, people traveling back and forth. We have all things going on. We have programs to schedule. We have services to work on. We have, for many of us, work to finish up. We have all kinds of things going on. There's a lot going on the day Jesus was born as well. I can't imagine Mary and Joseph. We like to have this pristine, clean picture of the birth of Christ in this manger, in this stable, and the pictures all show clean, immaculate people. The hay is nicely laid out. The donkeys and cows are resting on their legs or resting comfortably next to everyone. It's just a calm, peaceful time. Now, if you've ever been in the delivery room with your spouse or seen a movie or TV show where someone's delivered a baby, it is far from peaceful and quiet, and it is definitely not clean. Am I right? It's a mess. Everything is a mess. I can also imagine when Mary and Joseph arrived in Bethlehem, they weren't like, "Pardon me, do you have a room?" Apparently, Joseph was British back then. "Pardon me, do you have a room?" "No?" "Okay, thank you." And then they go to the next place. "Pardon me, do you have a room?" "No?" "Okay, thank you." I'm sure it went more like this. Do you have? I really need a room. Do you have a room? I need some space. No. Wow. What am I gonna do? Knock, 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 knock. Really, I'm begging you. I need a place for my baby. My baby. My wife is about to have a baby. I can't even talk straight. We're about to have a baby. We need a place to stay. No, no, we don't have a room. No. What am I gonna do? I'm sure it was a mess. I'm sure it was a mess. Christmases are a mess. Holidays are a mess. Our lives are a mess. Which is why I love the Christmas Eve service. It's my favorite service of the year. Now, just as a reminder, we have two services on Friday, one at 5 o'clock and one at 10 o'clock. The order of worship is the same for both. Pastor Jay and I met yesterday and decided that the order is going to be the same. The songs are going to be the same. The 5 o'clock service, they're going to be played with tracks. So we'll have the iPad going and we'll play that way. 10 o'clock service, Betsy Arnold is going to come and play the piano for us. Thank you, Betsy, for doing that for us. There's going to be communion at both services. There's going to be candlelight at both services, and there's going to be Silent Night sung at both services. Speaking of the candles, real quick, we're going to have the original candles that we light, and there's flame and all that, but we do still have a supply of the battery-powered lights. So if you would rather have one of those or have one of those for your child, we have those as well. So anyway, we're also, after the 5 o'clock service, here's the big difference. After the 5 o'clock service, we're having a birthday party for Jesus. So that's where that time is going to be a little more kid-friendly. Bring your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, friends, whoever. Bring the kids. They're going to have cupcakes and treat bags, and we're going to sing happy birthday to Jesus, and it's going to be a fun, fun time, and hopefully a time that they remember forever. So that's happening Friday. But here's why I love it. Amongst all the chaos, I love the 10 o'clock service, the late service. When I was growing up, our service at Main Street when we were going there was at 11. I think Metropolitan's was at 11 too, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time though. So then when your service is over, right about midnight, you are in Christmas Day, which I think is a cool effect. Anyway, um, at 5 o'clock when your service is over, you still have dinner to go. You still have family obligations probably where you're doing stuff. You're still getting together. So there's still a little bit going on. But at the late service, when that's over, it's usually time to shut it down for the day. And you go home and reflect and you get to go to bed, and then chaos ensues the next morning. But for that brief time, all is peaceful. All is calm. I can't remember the last time I sat through the late candlelight service on Christmas Eve and had the ability to sing all the way through Silent Night without crying. Because, I mean, you guys get it? There's a lot to go into holidays. Who to shop for, who not to shop for, who to bake for, what to bake, who to have over, what parties to go to, school programs, church programs, community programs. There's all kinds of stuff. Should you get together? How should you get together? And, last year that was big. It's big again this year. Do you mask, not mask? Do you be around vaccinated or unvaccinated? I mean, those are all decisions you have to make for your families, but that's just another added thing to the chaos. But for that hour, in that worship, when the lights are dim and then off with the candlelight, everything truly is calm. And for me personally, there's just a huge sense of relief that comes over me because all of those decisions have been made. All of the stuff has either taken place or we know what's going to take place, and it's all taken care of. It's all done. And we can just sit and relax and worship. Our lives are chaotic. But many of us just reserve that one service a year to spend time with Christ. For a lot of us, it's a whole year's worth of chaos that that finally calms down on Christmas Eve. But what if we would take that hour, even a half hour, every week, every day, to put all the chaos aside and just reflect on Christ? Christ was the heavenly light in the darkness of our lives, and we all experience darkness every day in different degrees. Sometimes we go a day without too much. But why are we not taking that time every day? Why don't we have a sense of calm and peacefulness in that holy night every day? We talk about the Christmas story once a year. And then we tend to talk about the Easter stuff, the death and resurrection, 10 or 11 months out of the year. Yet we experience darkness and chaos and bedlam and everything else all year long. Why can't we take a moment every day to reflect on the birth of Christ as the light in our darkness? Can you imagine how much calmer our lives would be? Can you imagine how many fewer road rages would go on? I challenge you, I invite you, I encourage you, as part of your New Year's resolutions, which we'll talk about next week, but start thinking about it now, that you devote time every day to spend with Christ, either through a devotional, and it doesn't have to be an hour, but get a devotional. There are a ton of devotional apps that you can put on your phone. I get devotional emails nearly every day. There's upper rooms that are in the back of the sanctuary. It's $1 for a 2-month book, so it's 50 cents a month to read a daily devotional from the upper room. Those are back there all the time. We have this De-JOE-tional once a week, so you still don't have to come to church. Again, I'm not talking about coming to church. I'm talking about spending time with Christ. Either there's some kind of devotional, some kind of Bible study, through prayer, through just conversation, through something. We all need to spend more time on a daily basis with Christ so we can start living calmer, more peaceful lives. It really benefits you and everyone you live with, which then benefits the whole community. So think about that. As we come up to Christmas Eve, I invite you to attend one of those worship services. The 10 o'clock service, by the way, will be streamed online. So if you're unable to be there in person, you can still be there online. It will be recorded, and the YouTube link will be sent out, so you can watch it at any time if you're not able to watch it live at 10 o'clock. But reflect on how Jesus, this little baby, was born as a light into our dark time to give us hope, to give us joy, to give us peace, and to give us love. And we need to remind ourselves of that every day. Not just on Christmas Eve, not just at Christmas time, every day. I hope to see you this weekend. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Arc of Funk when we go over announcements for the different services coming up and what our plan is going into January. So with that, that's the end of the end of What's Up De-JOE-tional. It's end of the De-JOE-tional for this week. I will hopefully see you this weekend. Blessings, Godfrey first.